Welcome to the Persona 5 in 30 Seconds Supercut episode, with some new gags and just other cool extra goodies. Enjoy. In 30 seconds, Kamoshida arc, go. Casino, long-nosed man, yada yada yada, epilogue stuff. You end up in your school, run into a boy named Ryuji. You walk to school together, end up in a castle. More yada yada yada. You get beat up by your gym teacher. You find a talking cat. Shiho fails the Olympic swan dive. You find your girlfriend. You beat up your gym teacher. The end. Subscribe for more. Persona 5 in 1 minute or less. Madarame arc, go. While you're walking to school, you notice there's some weird guy following you. He starts staring at you. And specifically on. He asks to draw her nude, and you politely decline. Or so you think. Since he refuses to take no for an answer, you go anyway. Turns out he's the pupil of someone who seems very fishy. So you enter his palace. And turns out he murdered someone. So you do the only thing you can think of and murder him. Subscribe for more. Persona 5 in 30 seconds, part 3, go. You're just chilling around and notice some random girl is following you. She basically just goes ahead and explains, hey, you're the Phantom Thieves. I'm gonna tell on you. Unless you defeat this guy who's literally the head of the mafia. You debate, and you're like, fine. We'll do it, I guess. You end up in his palace, where you then find out that he's basically just like, haha, I'm gonna make you drug dealers now because you are now in my trap. The girl from earlier shows up and just punches him, knocking him off of his floating building, and you proceed together through his palace. A little bit of exploring and using Google to your advantage, you find him again, where he jumps in a giant piggy bank and fights you to the death. You proceed to beat him up again, and save the world, I guess. Kinda. Not really. Subscribe for more. Persona 5 Futaba arc in 30 seconds. You're just chilling in class when you get a text from some random person telling you to take some random girl named Futaba's heart. You decide to interrogate your adoptive father since they share the same last name, and he basically just goes, daughter? I don't have a daughter. What are you talking about? And leaves. So you decide to enter her information in the metanav and end up in her palace. Some random ghost girl just kind of goes, hey, here's a map. Also, don't enter the bedroom at the top of this pyramid. No, seriously, don't enter. You ignore her request and head up the pyramid where you find a giant woman with a body of a sphinx. You attempt to beat her up, but she can't stop you until the girl from earlier, just not a ghost this time, shows up, gets abducted by a UFO, and summons a giant trebuchet and shoots the giant Sphinx mom down. Subscribe for more. You guys then try to rehabilitate Futaba. The Akuma arc in 30 seconds, 3, 2, 1, go. Ryuji and Morgana get into a fight for no apparent reason because Morgana feels useless even though he really isn't. You can turn into a car. You proceed to not be allowed to do anything for a week because you're too depressed over the fact that the sentient cat ran away. Eventually, you head to the palace you were tracking with him, find Morgana, as well as a mysterious girl calling themselves Beauty Thief. You decide, screw it, let's look at the school yearbook, see if we can find her, because they're probably a Shujin student, because literally every Phantom Thief aside from Yusuke is. Turns out it's the daughter of a business mogul who owns Japanese Burger King, whom also happens to abuse his employees. So you decide to do the thing you've done for the last 5 dungeons and beat the ever-living crap out of him. Subscribe for more. Persona 5 in 30 seconds, Sai Ninja arc, go. While picking your next heist in LeBlanc, Akechi shows up and goes, I know you're the Phantom Thieves. If you don't get this one person, I'm going to tell the public. Makoto's hesitant because the person Akechi wants you to steal the heart of is her sister. So, of course she's hesitant. We all reluctantly agree anyway. Once in the palace, we find out it's the palace from the prologue. Hey, we're here again. Neat. We find Sai, and she basically just goes, if you can reach me, you can fight me, but that requires you having a lot of money in a casino that's rigged. Good luck! You proceed to use the rigged games to your advantage by rigging them in your favor instead. Then, Akechi tells you, hey, wait, we should wait, I need to call the we should wait to get all of our gear ready. You know, since this might be our final fight. You all agree, and wait. You beat Sai up, the end, subscribe for more. Wait, what is happening? You're on your own now, escaping from the police. You get cornered when you're saved by a mysterious girl, who you totally met earlier and is exclusively in Royal for some reason. You proceed to work together to bleat said police officers up. Back in the real world, Akechi helps you awaken your persona, Persona 3 style. You proceed to die. The end. Kind of a dark ending. I guess that's why the game has its age rating. Yep, nothing else. This is the end of the series, no more game. Persona 5 in 30 seconds, Shido arc, go, spoilers ahead. Anyway, sup? I'm alive. You head to LeBlanc, and along with the rest of your group, you decide to take out both the man that wronged you and also Akechi's father. You arrive, 5 letters of recommendation, whatever, where you find Akechi. And a second Akechi, who Akechi's Akechi. With Akechi dead, you have only one goal left. Kill his father. So you proceed to do that, where you find a buff politician riding a pyramid. He proceeds to attack you, you attack back, you knock him off of his pyramid, fight him, then you 1v1 a buff politician, which I wish this was in the middle of Shibuya. You win and do the same thing you did for the previous several dungeons. Subscribe for more. Persona 5 in 30 seconds. Mementos arc, go. After killing the Prime Minister of Japan, you realize that no one really cares. So, you do the only reasonable thing and decide, let's steal the entirety of Japan's heart, where you proceed to go through the worst dungeon in the game. After refighting or re-encountering every person you've murdered, you would go and pull a JRPG protagonist and kill God, which is foreshadowed by a piece of information you'll only know if you've played another Persona game. Subscribe for more. Also, it's Christmas. This has no bearing to the story. I thought it's just an important tidbit. Royal spoilers, beware. Click off now if you don't want to be spoiled. Anyway, Akechi's alive. You wake up in an empty room, no, your school's nurse's office, and hear your friends rejecting some of the horrible stuff that has happened to them over the last year. You then get asked on a date by Kasumi, who is definitely your girlfriend and you have definitely met before. She insists on taking you to the shrine for New Year's, where you encounter the rest of your friends. You then get a call from your dead husband who tells you to meet him at the football field next to the steak shop. You then arrive in a palace you visited for 30 seconds earlier in the year with your dead husband and your girlfriend, where you then meet Mr. Snacks, your school counselor. Mr. Snacks then kidnaps your girlfriend. You spend the next week being Phantom Joker, telling all your friends that their life is a lie and to snap back to reality. Dr. Snacks then turns Kasumi's persona into an evil persona, which you then have to fight. Then, after beating it, you learn the truth.
Kasumi killed Kasumi because Kasumi is Kasumi's dead sister, Sumire, which means Kasumi is Sumire, which was Kasumi's dead sister, making Sumire the actually dead sister because that is now Kasumi. This makes total sense.
Dr. Snacks had a girlfriend. Her parents died in a car accident, so Dr. Snacks uses his persona to remove her memories of her dead parents to remove her pain. But that caused Dr. Snacks' girlfriend to forget about Dr. Snacks. You fight Dr. Snacks, where he then awakens to his enhanced form of persona, Adam Kagmont, which proceeds to eat him whole, creating a giant super mega kaiju persona that beats the crap out of your entire party until the power of friendship and gun saves the day. Morgana turns into a helicopter, and the guy you just shot is your taxi driver. The end.